I didn't expect to be here. Didn't expect a lot of things. I was supposed to be in another part of the world, sharpening my aviation skills to be an ag pilot. A Cropduster, getting ready to start my business back in New Zealand. But war doesn't care about plans. War just drags you in, whether you're ready or not. A replacement pilot. That's all I was to them. Just another name on a roster. Another fresh face that they weren't sure would last a week. I knew they weren't going to roll out the welcome mat for me. Some of these guys have been here for months, already bloodied over France. To them I was just meat for the grinder. My plan was to keep my head down at first. Figured I'd let my flying do the talking. But they had questions. Why wasn't I flying for my king and country? But I didn't have a choice. My folks made sure of that. Sent me stateside before I could enlist. Maybe they thought I'd be safe there. Wait out the war. But in December of 41, that would all change. I was spotted by a recruiter for the Clayton Knight Committee a few months later. And he said I had skill, and with a promise of fast-tracking my flying career, I was in. My parents wouldn't know until it was too late. My first mission would be a 4-ship patrol near the city of Le Touquet. Routine, they called it. Nothing about flying over occupied France felt routine to me. Captain Evans would lead, Lieutenant Wilson on his wing, I would fly the 3 spot, and Flight Officer Little, whom I'd known from the replacement center, would fly right side. The aim was to get familiar with the area, see how I could handle the lightning. I felt confident passing my check ride in the P-38 a few weeks ago. But this was going to be a whole different ballgame. Up there, it almost felt peaceful. The channel stretched out below like a steel sheet. We weren't looking for trouble, but we knew it was close. I was concentrating hard on keeping it tight. We were doing a standard patrol pattern. Formation flying wasn't new to me. I'd flown tight before, but not over enemy territory. Not with the pressure of knowing a mistake didn't just mean looking sloppy, it meant getting shot down. No flak, no fighters, no surprises. Just flying, learning the land, learning the team. The kind of mission you don't appreciate until you've had a few bad ones, I guess. It was routine. Simple, exactly what we needed. But that wouldn't last. Nothing routine ever does. The captain was pleased with how I did. He told me to get a good night's sleep, as tomorrow I'd be part of a 2-ship raid heading into France. My heart was pounding. We had 12 pilots on the roster. This time it would be Captain Turner, our second in command, and myself. A 2-ship strike just after first light. We were to take out a bridge near Saint-Omer, slow down the German reinforcement. A simple plan, high risk, a lot of flak in the area. A lot could go wrong. No escort, no backup. Just us and our payload. We had one pass to make it count. We crossed the coast near where the night fighters had cleared us an alley a few hours before. but once spotted, the sky would be awash of flak and machine gun tracers. I flew tight to Turner. Flak began bursting all around. As we flew further into the French countryside, the defensive anti-air fire subsided, becoming almost serene. After a few minutes we spotted Saint-Omer on this summer's morning. We knew there was potential for scrambled fighters from the airfield, and to the south, the bridge in sight. It looked quiet. Too quiet. Right on cue, the flak shells began to burst around Turner and I. I held formation then. Turner was hit by AAA right in the belly. Every instinct said follow him as he released his two 2,000-pounders and dove away. That's what you did. Stick with your lead. But Turner had other ideas. The radio crackled. Finish the job. Take the shot. I'll be fine. Alright, one pass, no do-overs. The AAA was thick. Every instinct told me to break off, but I held steady. Yes, a direct hit. But it didn't fully drop. That wasn't good enough. The disappointment was devastating. Where was Turner? I couldn't see him. The radio was silent. I knew I had to run for the coast. I decided to climb to get out of the AAA barrage. From up high, I should be able to see his smoke trails, but nothing. Once I was over the channel, I heard the call I wanted to hear from Hawkinge. A P-38 was on final, missing his left main wheel. Not the best situation, but Turner had 30 missions under his belt. I knew he could do this. Turner had made it back. Barely. A shell passed right through the cockpit, grazing his right leg. He was rushed to the infirmary. His plane, a wreck. I was directed to fly back to Headcorn. The weight of the mission settling in. I was still breathing. Still flying, the job wasn't a success. The bridge was damaged. It would slow logistics for the meantime. I needed to be better.